Okay. Good evening, guys. Welcome to another episode of Breaking Down Volatility 75. Volatility 51S and 25 1S. Now, let's get into it. This evening, we start off with Volatility 25S on the daily time frame, and we had a bearish day today. Now, one thing I've been noticing it with these pairs, once we hit a higher time frame level, structure, or demand, supply, order block, we tend to just reverse and come back down to the bottom of the range. So for here, we hit this daily OB. It's nowhere near the premium part on the daily time frame. It's just about 50% of this leg. It was a pen and mark. So we hit this daily OB right here, and we've been buying all week until we get to here, and we just sold right back down. So it's a high probability that we could come all the way back down to at least here tomorrow. But let us see. It's the second time for us to be testing that order block. So we haven't hit premium on it either, but we're close to the 50% of that order block. So going into the 4 hour time frame, we had a test of this. When you refine the daily order block, we refine it into a 4 hour supply level as well. It revealed a fair value gap, and we tested this perfectly. Immediate rejection, we tried to go back up, and we just sold right back off here. Now, there were many entry opportunities here to catch this sell, but let me go down to the 1 hour time frame here. We found a OB, which might come back to test, or here if we're going to continue to the downside. On the 30 minutes time frame, this is the order block. We came back to tested it, and we just sold off. Even here, this is the second touch. So I think we tested it actually from yesterday's candle, and we retested the same OB and tested this smaller time frame OB. So we could have sold here and cut all of this move. Now let me go to the 15-minute time frame, drag this over here. This is it. So this is the same order block after we tested the same 15. This is the same order block refined on the 15-minute time frame. We came back and tested it here after we had a sell-off here, and we just found a little round pattern distribution, and we just melted for the whole day. So these are several opportunities to get in short, and this is how it looks on the 15 minutes. So this is the 15-minute order block. We came to test it here, and then we tested this smaller one here and just sold off. So that is the way it looks there. So let me now go to trading view and actually mark out some of these opportunities. So we sold from this one here, and then if we use this was an opportunity to sell. Not one of my favorite looking opportunities, because I don't like when the market keeps testing like one area so many times. But eventually we sold off. This could have been used as a level as well. And any one of these trades, providing that you didn't go break even, you could have held the trade for quite some time. Basically all of today. This was another entry opportunity here. Stops could have been there, and we just kept on selling off. So that was one opportunity there. Then this was another one here. I overlooked this buy because this buy happened right around the opening around 7, 8 o'clock in the night, right back up to here. So we sold, we bought at first, failed to go higher, and we just rolled over, selling all the way down. So this was the second opportunity to get into that sell. This this was another opportunity. And as you can see, I'm not cherry picking these zones. It's the indicator actually marking these zones. So when I showed you the MT5 before, it had these zones highlighted. One there. So that was one opportunity, one next one there, and another one there. So sell, stops there, stops there. If you had went break even here, it would have taken you out. But those were the opportunities today. And these trades, you just have to be patient to capitalize on them. Like I said, once I realize that the market has hit a higher time frame level, like up here, and I realize it's going to reverse, then you don't have to necessarily take the counter trend trades. So you don't have to necessarily take the buys. So even though we had some small reactions here, so if I look to the left of here, it normally lines up with these levels coming down, but it's mainly the higher time frame ones that get respected. So it's better to just take the continuation flow trades rather than trying to catch reversals. That is always key. Now let us get into volatility 50S, which was the complete opposite. We had an uptrend. So we kind of tight in this range right now on volatility 50S. So on the daily time frame, which is here, like we've been selling off all week. So we open right here, fail to go higher. We hit this higher time frame, fair value gap, and is the equilibrium zone of this structure leg. So we have premium here, discount here, and we came all the way up to the equilibrium, failed to go higher, hit the fair value gap, and we just melted for the first couple days in this week. Now we hit this higher time frame demand level here. Let me make this. Whoa, what did I just do? Close that one. Let me open this again. So let me reopen this one. Give me a second, let me fix back this. Need to load back the correct template. Yes, that is what I was trying to accomplish there. Actually, no. Let's see if it's the correct one. So this is the 4 hour, 30 minutes. This should be daily. All right, so yes, this is the deal now. Now we hit this daily demand level here. Let's find what this. We hit this daily demand level here, down here, and down here, and we managed to bounce back. So as I said, when we hit the higher time frame, say daily or 4 hour or week levels, then we tend to have strong reversals, impulses in the opposite direction. Now, it bounced back and that caused us to have a bullish day today on volatility 50S. So there were multiple opportunities to get in On the 4 hour time frame, it looks like this, bouncing from this order block here. On the 1 hour, it's looking like this. Come back to retest after we had the initial impulse. So this was an entry opportunity. On the 30 minutes, it looks a bit more refined. We didn't come back down to touch here, but clearly it respected this level and we just escalated to the upside. So that is it on that time frame. Let me go to the 50 minutes time frame. On the 50 minutes time frame, this is what it looks like. We came back down to test this demand and we just bounce right up. Now, if you didn't get a chance to get in here, there was seldom any opportunity for you to get in further up on this pair today. Let me go to the 5 minute and see if we can spot some entries. So yes, this was the main opportunity to get in. Then here, we haven't came back to test here, but this one was respected here. So let me go to trading view and yeah, so this was one entry opportunity here. This could be another one, but I see too many fair value gaps on these pairs, so you don't know which one is going to get respected. It's easier for me to pick out the highs and the lows. And again, I'm being totally transparent. I haven't taken any of these trades because the schedule that I have. So I'm missing these opportunities. And if you have a really small account, it's hard for you to trade and get these kind of precise entries if you're not watching the charts constantly. Now, this was another entry for the buy. Try to find another one. This was another one here. It keeps switching to this template, but I want to save this one for the ones that I actually do take. So let me clone that. This was another entry opportunity for the buy. Not much follow through here. And then now here again. So one there and another one here. And that would have ended the day. This one, we kind of induced this little here and use this zone as some type of breaker situation. So this could have been an entry opportunity. Not sure that I would have spot this real time. So I'm not even going to mention this one as an opportunity. But there are several opportunities, guys, to get into these trades. So yeah. And I say I'm not even going to count the counter trend trades because we in an uptrend since we hit the higher time frame demand level down here. So those were the opportunities to get into trades today. So let us see what tomorrow brings. Is either we're going to reverse now or we're going to pull back to a level and continue back to the upside. But until then, tomorrow I'll be back with another review. Catch you guys on the next one.